Welcome back to another episode of the Your Houston podcast. Please be sure to like and subscribe to catch all of our content. Today, we're recording the first of our 2 episodes for Hispanic Heritage Month. We're welcoming Dr. Adriana Tamez, District 3 Trustee from Houston Community College, to be the first guest for our Hispanic Heritage series of shows. We're excited to speak with her today about all of the great things HCC does for the region. In addition to being on the Board of Trustees, she is the CEO of the Tejano Center for Community Concerns. She's also a Harris County Housing Commissioner and a Commissioner for Keep Houston Beautiful. In addition, she serves as a Commissioner on the Harris County Flood Task Force. Before we get into our conversation, I wanted to share something about Your Houston memberships, an exciting new option that we're offering to allow you to support our work and get more involved with Your Houston. Your Houston memberships allow you to be more involved by giving back to the community through volunteering, participating in our podcast recordings in person when we're doing in-person recordings, and being invited to our member-only network meet and greets with local leaders in the quality of life field. We're excited to offer this experience to you. And if you'd like to join, you can go to yourhou.com/memberships. Okay, we are very excited, and we want to thank Dr. Adriana Tamez, HCC Trustee District 3, for being with us today.
Thank you. I'm excited, and I'm very grateful to be on.
We're glad to have you, and we're going to get things started by getting to know you a little better with what we call our liftoff round.
I feel the liftoff. The clock has started. Roger.
Okay. What's your favorite place to go eat in Houston?
Wow, my favorite place is Lucille's. It's on La Branch, and it is yummy.
That is such a great choice. And not only is their food good, they do so much for the community.
They do.
And they give back so much through their philanthropy. That's a fantastic choice.
It is, and that's why I like to frequent them as well, because they give back, and I love to go where people understand what their role is and doing for others.
Okay. Rodeo season is around the corner. Who would you book to perform at next year's rodeo?
Ram Herrera.
Oh, wow.
I'm from the old school.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I don't think he's been on the rodeo stage. I don't know, but he is good.
I grew up listening to him as a kid.
Me too. So Ram Herrera for me. It would take me back.
Okay. All right. What's one of the most memorable books that you've read?
The most memorable book that I've read is Good to Great, and it's something that I live by, and I actually go back to it constantly to remind myself of what you need to go do to get from good to great. So that's a book that sticks with me.
Okay. I haven't read it, but I've heard of it, and I'm going to have to put that on the list.
You need to. It's been around for quite a while, but it's a darn good book.
Okay. So this episode is part of 2 that highlight Latinas for Hispanic Heritage Month. We're highlighting 2 Latina leaders from the community. So one question for you is, can you share with us a Latino or Latina leader that inspires you?
It has to be, and it always has been, Cesar Chavez. Has always inspired me since young age to now that he's passed and all, but he's left a lasting, impactful legacy that drives me and moves me every day. So I would have to say it's Cesar Chavez. It's not a Latina, but it's a Hispanic person who had a great impact in this nation and for all of us.
Absolutely. Fantastic and very inspiring choice.
Yes.
Absolutely. And then our last question is, where would your ideal vacation be if you could take a vacation tomorrow?
If I could take a vacation tomorrow, I would go to Monterrey. That is where my parents are from, and that's where we're from. And I haven't been in a while. And so my vacation would be to go to Monterrey and to see my family, and to spend time with them without worrying about this pandemic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Wouldn't that be great? Not having to worry about
yeah, and the vacation would be to see family, just to sit around and barbecue with them, carne asada.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yes,
That would be wonderful.
it would
And
be.
I hope you can do that one day soon.
I want to do that soon. Just have to be careful since I would take my parents with me, but my vacation is to take them with me. And if it were today, it would be Monterrey, Mario.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad that you're here. We're gonna, you're involved in so many things, from the Tejano Center to the Housing Authority, the Flood Task Force, but you are also the District 3 trustee, elected trustee for Houston Community College. And we really want to spend time with you talking about that today, because there's so much to HCC that we want to share and get out there. And I think a good place to start is learning more about why you decided to run for the trustee position and get involved in the Houston Community College.
I am a career educator, been a teacher, principal, regional superintendent, currently serve as a CEO for a nonprofit, but also superintendent of schools, public schools in Houston and Brownsville. So education is what drives me. It's my passion. And education, whether it's the academic route or the workforce development route for all ages, is critical. It's critical to our survival as a community, to our economy, and it drives me. And so when I first ran in 2013, it's the reason why. It's because being in education and predominantly the pre-K 12 sector, I know that a lot of students were not going to college or going towards a certification program. So they were falling through the cracks, and I just couldn't sit around any longer. And I wanted to do my part and run for office, and I did. And I'm glad that I did. It is a sacrifice, when you have a family, you have a son, baby, a young son, you have a job, you have all of these things. But when you have a desire to serve, especially when you have an area of expertise that you bring to the table, it's what drives me, and it's what drove me, and continues to drive me, because people ask me, why are you running for re-election? It's hard, and especially it's hard if you really put your heart into it. And I do. There's nothing that I do that I don't set myself off to do well. And so I'm just a high achiever. That's my father and my mother's fault, but don't do it if you're not going to do it right. And so we've made a great strides at HCC. We have many highlights that I'm really proud of at HCC in the last few years, but there's still so much to do, which is why I'm seeking re-election. But we're proud. We've built many new facilities. We've added a lot of academic courses and workforce development courses, which is critical right now to make sure that you are in tune with the industry. And so that's really important. Green space, a new culinary arts bill. I could go on and on and on. So great things have happened in the last few years that I'm really proud of, especially also that our taxpayers will like this. No increase in taxes, and just with the little bit of tuition that's gone up, but no increase in taxes is always a good thing for a lot of folks. So
Absolutely.
People need to know that, but there's still so much to do, and I want to continue to serve, continue to move the college forward, and make sure that our community, our city of Houston, believes in us, trusts us, and know that we hold, me personally, the ethics and the transparency of our organization at a very high level, and we'll continue to do so.
Well, that's great to hear. As a nonprofit ourselves, we value and promote transparency in local government, whether that's city, school boards, county commissioners court, community college. It's so important for folks to be able to see what their government is doing and be able to participate if they want, make their voices heard, because these local governments, those are the ones that impact their daily lives, in their neighborhoods, their streets, their school, everything.
Absolutely. And there was a couple of things, there are three things that I ran on when I first ran, and that was education. academic workforce development, but then ethics and transparency were two big ones. And over the years, we've, we post our check register on our website. Hey, you need to see as a taxpayer, hey, who are they writing checks to? Where's our money going? And how is it being used? And is it being used to, to make sure that we improve our buildings, that we improve our service, our academic offerings and our workforce offerings, and all around. We've improved our finance standing, our financial standing. We have a AAA rating for our bonds. We decreased our debt by 100 million. To me, that's ethical and that's transparency, and it's letting the taxpayer know that we're doing our job. But I continue to stand by ethics and transparency, procurement as well. Taxpayer needs to know that, there's not any funny business going on, and you have a right to that. So, the board has set up some policies and systems in place where now we have a 3-step process, so that, the likelihood of that happening is a lot greater than it was before. So you're right. I'm glad you said that, Mario, but you're absolutely correct. And everyone who listens to us, for any of us that sit on a board in an entity like HCC or university or what have you, they're going to have those questions, and rightly so.
So just so everyone can understand, HCC is such a huge entity. You start talking about how much you paid down debt, you issue bonds. I mean, 21 locations across the city.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, we have 43 at the time. As of right now, we have around 43, a little over 43,000 unduplicated head count in terms of our students. So it's pretty large. It's a pretty large organization with many degree offerings and workforce offering certificates as well. I can call them all out, but I don't want to take all the time doing that. But yes.
Well, I think we should spend a little time talking about those programs, because, a lot of people think of HCC, you can go there to get your associates, or you can go there for summer school in between, your time from A&M or UT and get some classes taken care of. But there's more to it than that. What are some of those programs that people might not know HCC offers?
Absolutely. So we offer the associate's degree. So we have that. We're also, as a community college, we also serve as a starting point for many students who come to HCC to then go on to a 4-year university, right? We also have our Certificate 1 Occupational Skills Achievement certificates, or Certificate 2 Advanced Technology Certificate, and the Enhanced Skills Certificate. I started with that right now, okay? Because right now, I just need to make sure that people understand that they can come to us for these certificates to enter really pretty much the entire gamut in terms of industry, all right? We have interdisciplinary studies, an associate's degree, an associate of science, that's an associate's of science degree, a business associate's degree, a biology, health and sciences, nursing, engineering science, basic peace officer licensing, business management, computer systems networking, and the associates of arts and teaching. So we have an array of opportunities for people to come to us. And the key for us as well is just not for students to enroll, but to enroll and finish what they set out to do. Mm-hmm. So our success is only measured by students enrolling, and for us to work with them and help them see their plan through, to have that certificate and have a job at the end of that, or get those 2 years under your belt and go to a 4-year degree, or get that 2-year degree and get into the health profession or whatever profession you've decided to go into with an associate's. So yes, there's an incredible amount of opportunity at the Houston Community College System, and we partner with all universities: Texas Southern University, University of Houston, Texas A&M, Prairie View A&M, UT Texas, Texas Tech University. I mean, we partner. We're also one of the top community colleges in the nation. I don't remember the name of the award off the top of my head, but I can tell you that we're doing a fantastic job. We just have to make sure that we let people know what we're offering. You're right. And we do, we put it out there, we market it, and we'd love to hear how we could do even a better job of getting the word out. We also have some programs that I'd like to share whenever you're ready about, right now with COVID and the pandemic and what it's done to many folks in terms of job loss or, redirection, and people have had to get out of school to go work to help family, a lot of scenarios out there. And so we have several programs that are set up to help you get back to school or get back into a training or have some kind of opportunity to quickly, get a certificate so that you can get back to work, and we can help you do that as well.
You mentioned a wide variety of fields of study and certificates. That is very impressive. Are there also trade programs that are offered in addition to the certificates?
Yes, we also have which they do receive certificates for those trade programs. So whether it's electrical, plumbing, welding, car mechanics, the mechanics piece for cars, we have all of those programs as well.
Wow.
And there's just so many. Technology now with high tech and in that direction that we're heading, in engineering and artificial intelligence. We've added courses for that and opportunities for artificial intelligence. And that's the future. And we know that, and we were thrust into that even more with COVID. That's the way to the future in terms of the technology piece. So there's lots of technology opportunities. And I don't think there's anything that someone can say, wow, HCC doesn't offer what I'm interested in. I think all we need to do is get you in so that you can hear about all the great things that we offer and the opportunities that we offer to help you improve your lives.
I think you're right, because you just listed a slew of things that I had no idea HCC was involved in. And that speaks to the variety and the accessibility that students have that they can access through the Houston Community College. So for people that are concerned about the cost or maybe don't even know where to start, you mentioned that there were some programs that are out there to help. Let's talk about that. How can we get people who are interested and want to study these topics enrolled?
Yes, now is the best time to go back to school. Now is the best time to come to us at the Houston Community College System. I'll start off with our fast track program. So let's say you lost your job, or you got laid off, or any scenario like that, and you need to quickly redirect yourself, retrain yourself. Then we have the fast track program. We looked at our catalog, we looked at what the industry offers and what jobs are out there in abundance right now, and we created the fast track program. So, and if you qualify, you have tuition paid. And so that program will get you in and out quickly. And our goal is also to help you also to match you with a job that's available. So we didn't pick an industry or industries for this program that don't have a slew of openings. We pick those that have many openings right now. So that is one. And again, the majority of people who will apply, I assure you, will qualify. Okay. So the other is the reskilling program. And that one there as well, if you qualify, and this is a lot, the chance of qualifying is a lot greater, because if you were in school within the last 2 years, then your tuition will be paid for in the reskilling program. And the reskilling program is an opportunity to get you back in school. And again, either on the academic route track or in the workforce development track, either one. So you qualify if you have been in school, you had to drop out within the last 2 years. Talk about an awesome opportunity to say, I'm coming back, and it's paid for. Okay. So we also have a partnership. We're really lucky. We have a partnership with the PepsiCo Foundation. And there are many scholarships that they have made available with a $600,000 grant. That money is right now available. to those that are interested. And those are for any jobs in the key sector, the key job sectors. And so you pick one of those key job sectors and tons of jobs that are open in those sectors, then you will get a scholarship to go through the certification programs or trades, and boom, you go into one of these jobs, and it's paid for.
Wow.
So absolutely. And then we have HCC Careers for You, and that one as well, if you qualify. And I assure you, the majority of people that will apply for HCC Careers for You will qualify. Then all you do is pay $20, and you can then start your career, the academic route, the workforce development route, and you get a job navigator that will be assigned to you. So once you go through this program for $20 and get your certificate with the job navigator, you're almost assured a job after you complete those courses. And then I could go on and on, Mario,
Wow.
because I get excited because please take advantage, for those that are listening, and come back to school, come to the Houston Community College. We also have federal dollars, lots of federal dollars, the HERF funds, which are the higher education relief funds that the Houston Community College has received and will continue to receive. And that is, again, to pay for people to go back to school, to go to school. And I keep saying this because people need to understand, when I say education and school, that means whether it's academic route or career route, either one.
Right.
And so, as you can see, I mean, the funding is there. There's no excuse for you not to come back to school, to come to the Houston Community College system. And we are, with open arms, wanting you to please take advantage of all of these opportunities. Mario, I did want to say one more thing. I think that stands us apart as at HCC is that we go above and beyond. When we have a disaster, we work with our elected officials and our community leaders, whether it's allowing folks to do the testing, for instance. When that happened, all of our parking lots, our facilities were used. We help feed people. We provide them, and we look to ways that we can get people laptops, for instance, for our students. So we go above and beyond. We're a community, and we work together to make sure that everyone who enters our doors has the tools that they need and the necessities to be able to thrive and succeed.
Well, it certainly sounds like you have a lot of options to support folks that are interested in becoming a student. Wanted to ask a few questions on some of these. So for the Fast Track program, is that a program for folks that have been impacted by COVID only, or is that available to anyone?
It's people who have lost their jobs due to the pandemic.
Okay, gotcha.
So if you have lost your job due to the pandemic, then you qualify for Fast Track and for it to be free.
Okay.
And I have a may I say the
website?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. We'll put a link up too.
Yes, it's
Yep.
www.hccs.edu/fast -track TRACK.
And then on the reskilling, you mentioned that is for folks who have recently dropped out.
Those are for folks who have recently dropped out, and
Okay.
that is www.hccs.edu/applying-paying/financial-aid AID /Texas-reskilling-grant-program/.
We can definitely put that up on the.
It's
on
pretty
the-
long, but I think it's important for people to have them, and I can always email them to you as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely. I mean, because there are so many resources out there, and I think that this might be something that a potential student could experience. you're thinking, oh my gosh, I don't even know where to begin. They just listed all these programs and all of these degrees and trade skill, workforce development. Where would I even start? Where can I start step one? Is there a place at HCC where they can go just to get oriented to all of these different things, maybe like a navigator per se, to then line them up with, okay, this is the program you qualify for. Let's go from here.
Yes, if they go to www.hccs.edu, the website then will guide them in that direction. It's set up in a way where they can, it'll guide them to someone who will get back with them, who can then, work with them to talk to them through our advisors about, what it is they want to do, have those conversations and see what works best for them. So I suggest they go straight to that website and ask to speak to an advisor, and they call them right back. So we have some great advisors at HCCS. Yes.
Wonderful. Well, we can put a little page together so that there's a link that will have all of this information that we talked about today, in terms of the different programs and how to find an advisor, so that it's easy for people who watch to get there.
I mean, this is, I'm truly thankful that we're talking and that you've allowed this opportunity to talk about HCC and all of these programs, because, we do need to make sure people understand what's available, what's at their fingertips, literally their dreams, the opportunity. It's there. You just need to come and get it.
Well, this really lines up a lot with the work we do as a nonprofit. We solely focus on local, think of the Harris County region, whether that's city, school, county, and even HCC, which isn't something we've done a lot of work with in the past, but it makes a lot of sense to be engaged at that level and to make sure to highlight those resources, because, 40-something thousand students, that's a small city that are utilizing HCC.
You're right.
There could be more. And I think that a lot of times that the information just needs to be out there on as many mediums as possible, so that you might not catch them in a newspaper, you might not catch them with a TV ad or a radio ad, but maybe you will with a podcast, and that can be a life-changing moment. So this is something it's totally in line with our mission and the work that we do, and it means a lot that you're taking time out to talk and to share the information.
Oh, absolutely. And the one we didn't mention as well is we have adult education programs as well. So for English as a second language, for adult basic education, GED, many opportunities if you want to come in and take those kinds of courses as well and obtain those certificates. And most of those programs are done in collaboration with community organizations as well. So again, we do whatever it takes to make this very accessible, easily accessible. So whatever it takes. And we're doing a lot of virtual now too. So, that hybrid model, in person, virtual, that normal we knew before, Mario, that's out the window. Somebody said to me, when are we going back to normal? Forget it. We're not, that normal doesn't exist anymore. And so we're being very innovative. And that's another reason I want to run for re-election, is because of the importance of the innovation piece in terms of how we, present, how we teach our classes, all of those pieces. It's just exciting. It's pushing us just we're on a faster track into the future, so.
Well, it sounds like y'all are doing well on that when you are involved in artificial intelligence.
Absolutely. We're ahead of the game.
Talk about the future.
We are ahead of the game.
A lot of very valuable and great information that you shared with us today, and we really appreciate it. Is there anything else you want to share before we wrap up?
No, just if I may, and again, I'm very proud of the work we've accomplished at the Houston Community College. I'm asking, I'm imploring you, those of you listening, that to tell others about what HCC offers and the funding that's available to pay for your classes or your courses, your certificates or your degree, associate's degree. So please help me get the word out. And again, I'm Adriana Tamez. I'm running for re-election. Early voting starts October 18th. We need to exercise our right to vote. However you vote, just vote. And make sure you exercise that God-given right. And right now, education is the most important thing, I believe, that we have on our plate is education and understanding the importance that plays right now, especially amidst this pandemic. So thank you for that. And thank you for all you do as well. I appreciate the work you do on behalf of all those that you serve.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to click the link below for all the resources that HCC offers and the programs that we talked about today. And if you'd like to join as a member of Your Houston, remember it's yourhou.com/memberships.